Hey guys, Zen here, and now that Year 7 Season 3 is underway, we look to the stacked Year 7 Season 4 for even more content for Rainbow Six Siege. And man, this is a gigantic update. But here and right now, we get the first look at what's coming in the season with this. Nokk, of all operators, has a cheeky new spider logo displayed on her phone. This ominous, specifically detailed emblem is the beginning of a new squad for Rainbow Six Siege that includes Nokk, a whole host of other operators, and the new operator, which has been leaked to be named Soulless. Guys, in this video, we're going to talk about everything there is to know about this menacing arachnid, including what's come out for Year 7 Season 4, as well as 6 other major updates you just can't miss. And to get started, a bonus update. Roll it. Guys, I have finally ascended to a diamond player in Rainbow Six Siege, and that's the kind of moment you just don't miss. And it was incredibly simple to secure that clip with Outplayed, which is the all-in-one answer to recording, editing, and sharing out your best moments in Rainbow Six Siege. And so guys, it's super easy to grab these clips because Outplayed runs in the background, and the best part is that you're able to customize exactly what you want to capture. You can grab up every kill you get, all of your deaths, and it even knows when the diffuser is being planted, and so if that's your latest highlight reel, it'll automatically capture that as well. Now, once you're done recording, you take your clips and edit them seamlessly in the editor. You can cut and trim that perfect sequence and start to create your own content. And once you're done, you're able to share it to friends on Discord or upload it to sites like Twitter and YouTube and connect with an audience. Guys, Outplayed is available for literally hundreds of games, including Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, Apex, Fortnite, Minecraft, and many more. And so guys, click the first link in the description and go download Outplayed 100% for free today. Thanks to Outplayed for sponsoring the video. And now, let's get into this. So, Operation Brutal Swarm has gotten off to a pretty strong start. I think Grim is warming up and his take on area denial is unique, and I think post-plant is really where you're starting to see him shine. But there has been one glaring point of conflict within the community, and it's been between Thatcher and this new Impact EMP secondary grenade for attackers. Now, of course, this Impact EMP was added to the game as a way to help Thatcher. Basically, since the addition of Operator Ban in Ranked, Thatcher has been the #1 most banned attacker every single season without ever really missing one. And so something had to be done as a way to balance it out. And so Ubisoft added the Impact EMP, and people got upset, and understandably, because there should always be a reason to pick an operator. And so Ubisoft responded by showcasing this. And guys, this is kind of jaw-dropping. So if you've ever wondered exactly what the difference between Thatcher's EMP grenade and the Impact EMP grenade are, this eye-opening video is it. With the Impact EMP, you get, well, an impact, and the zone that it disables defender gadgets is actually quite small. But looking over to Thatcher, and he's now got a major upgrade over this. Thatcher can essentially knock out an entire room's worth of gadgets in one throw. I mean, the radius of that blast is just huge. And even though the grenades are always grounded, they easily reach the top of that garage. And so there's almost no limitation to what Thatcher can do. Now, of course, if you know Kaid is banned and you're purely going after wall denial, then the Impact EMP is plenty big enough to suppress a bandit battery or mute jammer. And so Thatcher would essentially be useless. But if the goal is to toss out a grenade and offline everything within 5 meters in a massive dome, then Thatcher is your guy. And even in the example video, I could imagine that'd mean every Jaeger ADS, Electric Claw, Gersmot and Goo, or Wamai's magnets. It's just everything is going offline. Then there's the time difference. The Impact EMP is 9 seconds and Thatcher's EMP is 15. And so Thatcher is the more extreme case of the two, but after this video went up, there are people now begging the question, well, then what was the point? If Thatcher is still that powerful and doesn't even have to rely on placement, then how does the Impact EMP improve things or his ban rate? And for me, I'm still seeing Thatcher banned nearly 100% of the time, even after this update. And so I think this is a valid observation. Thatcher's biggest problem is that he does so much with so little, and there's almost nothing that stops him. Now, there is still the Thatcher rework, and making him cook grenades I think will help balance this out further, but in its current state, I still think Thatcher is the best option, and Impact EMPs don't do enough to slow down that ban rate, or to create enough competition to warrant choosing them over frag grenades, like with Nokk for instance. So was the feedback essentially all for nothing? It should be noted that Thatcher's utility is now available elsewhere, but after seeing this, he is definitely still the best in class, but also still a top ban. Next up is this spider icon, and it's dripped all over Nokk. You'll find it here in the battle pass on her weapon, covered by tape, and here on one of her skins, and then of course here in all its glory on her phone. Apologies to those with arachnophobia, but a spider traps its prey and slowly drains it of its life force before finally reaping the benefits. And in Rainbow Six Siege, there are a squad of operators that could draw some similarities here. Now, over on Harry's board, the director of Team Rainbow, hidden off to the right were lists of the different squads, and we know they're squads because because it includes Wolfguard's full roster. So the squad with Nokk on the list is led by Caveira, and it also includes Maverick, Vigil, Zofia, Legion, Valkyrie, Glaz, Warden, Iana, Mozzie, Zero, and Flores. Now, this team is stacked, but if these last few seasons are anything to go by, Solus, the brand new defender coming in season 4, will also team up with this squad, just like Grim did with Nighthaven this season and Sense and Wolfguard previously. And Solus could have one of the most powerful and useful abilities on defense if his tracking gadget comes to light. So if you've played any amount of Apex Legends, you've likely come across this character, Bloodhound. With the ability activated, Bloodhound can see the traces of enemies and effectively hunt them down. Solus is very similar because not only will this defender track down enemy heat traces, but it'll double as a way to ping attacker gadgets and see where they've been and what they've been up to. It's been leaked that this operator comes with specialized goggles that are used to do this, and so it sounds like a defensive hybrid of Jackal and IQ, which would be a first for defense and would be an immense update for the roam game. We also know this operator will come from Colombia and will be the last one to launch in year 7 just before year 8 gets underway. And what a colossal season this final one will be, because features have been moved around and have landed in year 7 season 4. The big two are Rank 2.0, which will completely overhaul the ranked experience, and of course, cross progression. With Rank 2.0, there will be more rewards. Every single rank will be exactly 100 MMR in difference, and they have removed placement matches, and so everyone starts at the bottom and claws their way up. On top of that, there's going to be a new map, and guys, an all new map, not a rework or one inspired by another, a brand new map crafted for this season. And then lastly, the permanent arcade playlist. You'll finally be able to enjoy modes like Golden Gun and the Legacy mode pretty much infinitely, which helps with variety. And so it's being dubbed a mega season, just a bunch of major changes on top of a new operator and map. It's ambitious, but there is always that dreaded delay in Rainbow Six Siege content, and so take it with somewhat of a grain of salt. But as time has gone on, Rainbow Six Siege has birthed other projects and fleshed out its universe. First, there was R6 Extraction, a PvE take on the Siege experience that saw operators battling against the Archeans, an alien threat. But there's also now a major mobile project with R6 Mobile, and this one is truly something special. If you missed it, they're running their closed beta for Android devices right now, and the feedback has been ultra promising. Essentially, if you love Siege and all of the tactical and destructive gameplay it's famous for, then you'll enjoy that same experience on the phone you're probably watching this video on. I mean, it's shocking, to me at least, how advanced these mobile titles are getting, and with R6 Mobile, you're not sacrificing the core gameplay loop. Also, the full roster of operators has been revealed for launch, and on attack, you have Sledge, Twitch, Ash, Ying, Habana, Thatcher, and Thermite. And on defense, Bandit, Jaeger, Rook, Caveira, Valkyrie, Mute, and Smoke, and both sides are getting recruit. They've also talked about new game modes, like the single round matches. It'll be the first and only time a single round of Rainbow Six Siege is playable as a standalone, because essentially both teams will queue up and to the victor goes a single round win. It's a mobile first feature because sometimes you just want that quick and easy Siege experience while you wait for the trolley, or you don't have time to commit to a full game. But I think it's perfect, and the devs are calling it bite-sized Siege, and I'm curious if it'd ever make it into the main game. But Ubisoft hasn't stopped there. They've recently had a Ubisoft Forward, and they announced another major franchise mobile game with Assassin's Creed Project Jade. And on top of this Assassin's Creed announcement, they also revealed another 4 new games in the franchise, all currently in development. They revealed Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is a return to form and kind of a soft reboot for the franchise. It won't be a 150-hour RPG, but much more intimate. Then Assassin's Creed Red, the first Creed game to take place in feudal Japan. Assassin's Creed Hexi, a more mythical and spiritual concept, and projects in partnership with Netflix. They went absolutely all out for one of, if not the biggest franchise in their portfolio, and the excitement is building. And a while back, we talked about the potential for a buyout. News started circling that Ubisoft was prepping to be bought, and there were some major potential buyers. However, that still hasn't completed, not totally at least. The Chinese company Tencent, a major player here in gaming, has actually raised its stake in Ubisoft by handing over a mammoth $300 million. The spark notes are that Tencent is helping Ubisoft to build out their mobile franchises and enter deeper into the Eastern market, which is dominated by mobile games. There's obviously a lot more to it, but the reason we're seeing major pushes in this direction with Ubisoft titles is because of deals like this. These deals could affect everything, including Rainbow Six Siege. I mean, as R6 started to pull out east is when Ubisoft attempted to remove graphic content from the game, even things you wouldn't expect, like skulls imagery and the iconic blood splatter as you're hitting the target. But Rainbow Six Siege is still one of Ubisoft's biggest and most profitable franchises, and there's still lots in store as we move into year 8. And finally for this video, they've completely removed Bartlett University from custom games, which means the only way that you can access this map is through Terrorist Hunt. It's such a mystery in Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft has never been fully transparent on why they've decided to remove Bartlett University from virtually every single mode in Rainbow Six Siege. The deeper meaning behind this decision is fascinating because it isn't the most competitive map, but they've chosen not to rework it. And of course, we got Emerald Plains, which takes inspiration from it. But it's gone now from custom games, and it just sits in limbo in one last area of Rainbow Six Siege. But guys, this video right here will show you the best operators you should be using in year 7, and they've only gotten better as time goes on. Hey, I'm out.